Once again, terror has come to America, and for all of us in this area, it was uncomfortably close to home. In a 24-hour period, there was first an explosion in Seaside Park, New Jersey on a Saturday morning before a Marine Corps charity race. Thank God no one was injured. More explosives that did not go off were found nearby. And then Saturday afternoon, a man goes on a stabbing spree at a shopping mall in St. Cloud, Minnesota, injuring 10 before an off-duty police officer shoots and kills him. And then Saturday evening in Chelsea, Manhattan, an explosion in a garbage bin injures 29. Another unexploded device is found nearby. Overnight, going into Sunday morning in Elizabeth, New Jersey, several explosive devices are found in a trash can at an Amtrak train station. President Obama was quick to point out that the bombings in New Jersey and New York were not connected to the stabbing incident in Minnesota.
At this point, we see no connection between that incident and what happened here in New York and New Jersey.
Really? No connection? Sure, there is no evidence that Dahir Adan, the 22-year-old who carried out the attacks in Minnesota, knew or even communicated with Ahmad Khan Rahami, the man who is accused of the bombings in New Jersey and New York. But that's like saying that two soldiers who never met but fought for the same side in the same war were not connected. There is more that connects these two than separates them. The families of both Adan and Rahami emigrated from Muslim countries thick with terrorists. Adan from Somalia, Rahami from Afghanistan. Both were recently radicalized. Rahami during a trip to Afghanistan, Adan with the Somalian community in St. Cloud. With both, ISIS claimed responsibility for their actions and celebrated their actions, calling them soldiers of the caliphate. This is just the latest in a long list of similar attacks that I'm sure the administration will tell you are not connected, but they are. In June of 2016, Omar Mateen killed 49 in an Orlando nightclub. He was second-generation Afghani and recently radicalized. Although he pledged allegiance to ISIS, the administration called it an anti-gay mass shooting. It was, in fact, the worst terrorist attack to hit this country since 9/11. December 2015, Saeed Farouk and Tashfeen Malik killed 14 at a Christmas party in San Bernardino, California, after recently being radicalized in Saudi Arabia. And even though they both pledged allegiance to ISIS, at first the president tried to call it workplace violence. In July 2015, Mohammed Abdul Aziz opened fire at a military recruiting center in Chattanooga, Tennessee, killing 4 Marines and a sailor. He recently got back from a trip to Kuwait and Jordan, where he was radicalized. Again, the president refuses to call it terrorism or to lower the flags to half-staff. And there are many more. The Tsarnaev brothers, who killed 3 and injured 260 after setting off an explosion at the Boston Marathon. And Army Major Nadel Hassan, who killed 13 in a shooting rampage at Fort Hood, Texas. All first or second generation Muslim Americans who were radicalized either during a trip abroad or by radicals in this country. And in each case, at first, President Obama denied it was terrorism. Why? Well, first, he wants to secure his legacy, and being the president with the most terrorist attacks on American soil is not a good legacy. And even though that's the truth, he's done a pretty good job of hiding it. Second, he wants to get his former Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, elected president to carry on his legacy, and terrorist attacks on American soil hurt Hillary Clinton and help Donald Trump. And speaking of Donald Trump, he is often criticized, and rightly so, especially for his past comments about Muslims. He once said that all Muslims should be banned from entering the country. He has since backed off that comment because it is both ignorant and dangerous to insinuate that any Muslim could be a terrorist. However, it is equally ignorant and more dangerous to pretend that we have not had a series of terrorist attacks in this country over the last several years caused by those who hijacked that faith for evil. I'm Larry Menti. See you again next week.